So these fake MAGA Christians are back at it again. Look at this.
Greenwood, thank you so much, sir.
I wanted to make sure you understand that I have this Bible. This is God Bless USA Bible, talking about my song. And
Very
in
important.
your home.
Yo, this guy wrote this song back in like 85. He's still talking about this shit, hawking it in the Bible. They put his lyrics of, I guess it's a divinely inspired song, on the same pages that they're sharing John 3:16 with.
It's quite the achievement that Greenwood's going for here. He's basically hawking a Bible that he's getting all the proceeds on Fox News, and these three yokels are just like, this is great stuff. Thanks, Slate.
No, watch, it gets better.
GodBlessUSABible.com. You can get one of these for Easter. Give it as a
Get it for Easter.
It's hard to believe, man.
Thank you. Sweet of you. You have such a beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Lee, for what you do.
Thank you.
How do you not see directly through this? I mean, I seen a wonderful tweet. It was replying to this, and it says, this is the shit that Jesus flipped the tables over in the temple for.
Yeah, but like, this is the MAGA movement. It's completely grifting the supporters, from Trump selling, God only knows, like watches, phones, sneakers.
They still haven't gotten their watches. They still haven't gotten their phones. I think they got their sneakers because, it's $200 sneakers. They already had, the factory in China pumping them out.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, too, Greenwood went into a partnership with Trump where Trump hawked these Bibles like a year ago, months ago, whatever, and Trump got a percentage, he got a cut of the Bible proceeds. You know what I mean? So now Greenwood's probably out on his own, and Fox News is more than happy to have him go up there and sell Lee Greenwood Bibles, not Jesus Christ Bibles, not your Holy Father Bible,
the NIV, the King James Version. Yeah, right. No, Trump Bible. And for those of you that watch us in the comments, I'm curious, how comfortable, especially if you consider yourself Christian, are you comfortable with a Trump Bible? And wouldn't that be considered heresy? Because listen, I'm not the most Christian person out there. I was raised Christian. I know a couple of verses and a couple of stories and parables. But like one of the things that Jesus said was, render unto Caesar what's unto Caesar, render unto God what's God's. It sounds like a separation of church and state. And for you to have, because this also has the Constitution and this has the Declaration of Independence in there. Great documents, but we're not going to call them divinely inspired by God. We're not going to say that, is that what we're standing on? That these founding fathers, which by the way, most of them were deists, right? They believed in some kind of higher power. Most of them weren't fundamentally Christian. You mean to say that these men were divinely inspired by God to pen those out? Is that what we're standing on?
I mean, Lee Greenwood may be divinely inspired to, pen out his Bible. I always think about, like, what if Barack Obama did this? Or a Barack Obama supporter did this?
You mean Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah. Yeah, if he was like, I'm going to create or I'm going to sell the Obama Bible, people would have lost their shit. I mean, it would have been...
They would have literally called him the Antichrist then and there, and they would have never, ever backed away from calling him the Antichrist. And that would be their sole piece of evidence to say, look, of course he is, because he's naming the Bible after himself. Who does that? Yeah. I mean, listen, definition of blasphemy, right? In layman's terms, insulting something sacred. It's called the Holy Bible. It's not called the Trump Bible.
Yeah, and some things should be sacred, right? So like now you can have any degenerate basically putting his name on the Bible. I mean, you could have the Kid Rock Bible, right? Or the Kanye West Bible. Like, name the person, and that's acceptable now. Lee Greenwood has opened the door for other folks to do something like that. And, you would think that there's some things that you would want sacred, but MAGA doesn't care because it's their side that's doing it. And they're buying the stupid thing.
And this shows, right? Like, it's not only accepted, this is celebrated. How do you consider yourselves a real, true Christian and stand behind a man that felt it was appropriate to put his name before the Bible? Simple question. I don't think I'll ever get an honest answer out of that, because I feel like, of all sins, like heresy and blasphemy, from my understanding, are like the worst ones.
No, the worst ones is not supporting Donald Trump. That's the worst sin right now for MAGA Christians. Like, I'm serious. Like, you hear stories all the time. There was a few folks that I used to listen to on the right that were never Trumpers. They got excommunicated from their church. because they weren't Trump supporters. To support this guy and support this shit cannot be have a healthy relationship with God.
There's a real big difference between identifying as a Christian and being one.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently these guys just identify as a Christian because it's the in group. It's the majority religion in this country. They want to be a part of the majority. They don't want to be away from the pack, but they don't actually live by the principles. I mean, we're talking about a movement that's trying to see empathy as a sin, and they're trying to literally frame empathy as a sin. Don't believe me? Just look up, is empathy a sin? And you're going to see a bunch of right-wing, think pieces on how actually, yeah, being empathetic it leads to sin. To not have empathy means to not be human, in my opinion.
I mean,
and I feel like empathy is something that's driven from your spirit.
Yeah. It's just really disappointing all around. I would want to say that I'm disappointed in Fox News, but I'm not surprised. At some point, Fox News is going to go full circle, and they're going to be like Epstein's supporters soon. Like, for example, the other day, Jesse Waters and Greg Gutfeld, they were laughing about Epstein.
Yeah, he was just a fixer. You needed something, you needed some girls, you called Jeff, and then the guy called him your woman, your girl, your party rabbi or something like that.
Yeah,
these guys are jokes.
That's where we are with Fox News, right?
Complete.
They're going to reframe everything in the most positive way for Donald Trump, no matter what it is, and all the Fox News viewers are going to just yuck it up. And they're going to fall in line. Everyone that needed those Epstein files released, that said that Epstein's a criminal and that it's a conspiracy, they're all now laughing at Jesse Waters and Greg Gutfeld, just joking about Epstein being a matchmaker.
Yep. Well, listen, we're going to get into Epstein a little in another segment. But for now, listen, hopefully we brought you just like a new perspective, a new take. Listen, I identify as a Christian. I really do. Seeing that offends me. It truly does. And I don't see, if you truly consider yourself to be a Christian and not just identify as one, but you are one, I don't see how this could sit right with you whatsoever. But listen, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the bell icon to get notified when we drop a new episode. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.